Hey guys, Amber from the Vault here, back with another Fallout 4 settlement mod. Now this one, guys, this is called Eleanor's Place, and if you remember, if you've gone through the game before, you will find Eleanor just chilling out. She's actually a scrap dealer. We're not going to talk to her, but if you guys have come across her during your travels in the game, I remember the first time I came in here, I just stole everything, because that's the kind of person I am. See?
That old stuff worth anything?
Thanks for pointing it out, Mac. Thanks for pointing it out that we're stealing all her stuff. So guys, what this does is it actually turns her whole little area here into a settlement. Now, I haven't played with it too much. Let's go ahead and see how much of this we can actually build with. Alright, so let's see what we can remove, what we can do. This looks like we can pretty much remove all of the big stuff here. One of the things I like to do when we get new mods is to figure out everything I can remove, everything I can do. So it looks like, yeah, we can actually take apart her entire place. It's a little sad now that I've done it. But, you know, that's what happens. Okay, so that's her whole... We can take apart her whole thing. Let's see, Mr. Whiskers. Also Mr. Whiskers. There's two Mr. Whiskers, apparently. So we can get rid of these crosses back here. Let's go ahead and head this way. I want to see where the outer boundary is. This looks like this is probably the boundary. Yeah, there we go. So a pretty good area. I think it looks like it's all the way down here. Holy crap. Okay, look at this. So you can come all the way down here. This is all part of this area. Okay. Well, I always like to take a good look when I'm doing settlement mods, especially. Try to take a look and see what we can end up finding as far as what we can get rid of, what areas are actually part of our home, that kind of stuff. So it looks like we have a really, really nice area here. This is a very large settlement mod. Looks like it actually includes this house. Let's go ahead and see if we can actually get inside there at all. That'd be kind of cool. Ooh, that looks like it's going to kill us. Now, here's the deal, guys. It looks like I can get rid of this house, but my guess is the reason I can get rid of this house is because I have a mod installed called Scrap That Commonwealth. That's another one. If you are a big settlement builder, yep, there we go. If you're a settlement builder like me, get Scrap That Commonwealth. It is absolutely one of my favorite mods. The only thing I can't do is affect that, so it's going to look a little weird. Let's see if we can get rid of this plank. Yeah, so we can get rid of some stuff. Just unfortunately, that one power line. But Scrap That Settlement and Scrap That Commonwealth together really do allow you to get rid of just about everything in the Commonwealth. It's absolutely fantastic. So part of the whole thing with this mod, guys, so let me see what else we can get rid of. Let's see. Oh, shit, I just got rid of the water. Okay, so it looks like we can actually get rid of the water. Huh. So we're going to go ahead and try to not really do a build on here. I'm not going to do too much building. I personally actually like this as a kind of a separate settlement. I'm actually not going to keep this one installed, and the only reason why is because I have so many settlement mods installed. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm having trouble to the point where I actually can't keep them straight anymore. I have so many installed. But one thing I want to do real quick is I want to see if we can actually recruit some settlers here and hook them up as far as a supply line. I will say, though, this is a very, very, very nice area. I don't know, I might have to get rid of another settlement mod and keep this one. I mean, this area is just absolutely fantastic. But while we're waiting for a settler to show up, what I want to show you guys real quick, and this is why this is a bonus video, I also want to show you the update that's been done to unlock settlement objects, or USO, depending on what you guys like to call it. I'm going to refer to it as USO from here on out, but it is unlock settlement objects. They've actually added some custom items. Let me show you real quick. So here you can see all the different beds you can have for the different factions. You can have just some kind of fun stuff. I think this is really cool if you remember the abstract paintings. So you can actually use these different forms of, you know, covers and that kind of stuff. I like I like this idea because, and I'll show you real quick with this this one specifically, I really like, because it would make sense to me that we would use any fabric we could in the Commonwealth to just start creating things or to cover things, and after a while that you'd want to kind of have that art. You know, that's a little bit of a lost art. But you can see here there's also some bunk beds, and those bunk beds do count towards your bed limit. I've seen some mods that you know, unlock bunk beds, but they don't actually count towards your bed limit at the, or I shouldn't say bed limit, your bed number at the site. So you can see it actually does count as 2 beds. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those real quick, and then I want to show you the other parts. So there's also some children's beds, so children settlers can sleep. These are slightly smaller. I have to say, I wish that my regular settlers would sleep in them and look normal, because they're absolutely awesome. I love the space-saving design. Sorry about that. Now, if you guys want to be weird and cruel like me, you can also do this. You can use a dummy bed, and then you can throw under it one of these ground bed replacers. Now, I've had a little bit of trouble trying to get Mac to sleep on them. Every once in a while he will, and sometimes he won't. I'm not sure if it's just because it's a companion. Let's see if we can get him to do it this time. Where'd you go, Mac? Come here, buddy. Come on.
Hey.
What's up?
Come on, babe. Let's see if we can get him to do it. He'll probably tell me no.
Go check that out.
I'll take care of it.
We'll see. We'll see. Come on, babe. So here we go. And there is an invisible and a visible version of that rug, so I just wanted to show you guys that. So there we go. So you can actually have your settlers go ahead and sleep on kind of these dummy beds. Also, you can do that with the couches. So I've been doing that with... Sorry about the cut. That cut was for the lovely loading that goes on here. I've also been doing this with couches. Now, for some reason, some settlements this will work fantastic, and some it won't at all. But I'll take the couch and then do the exact same thing with the couch, and then I can actually get my settlers to sleep on the couches. Now, one thing I will say, though, that drives me a little crazy is sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. But what you'll have to do is line it up. So let's do this. Raise bed. And then throw this over top. And there's something about the interaction there. So I've gotten Mac to sleep on him before. I have a picture actually on my Twitter of him sleeping on it.
Yep, you got it.
I'm not sure if I can get him to do it here, though. I've been having some trouble getting him to do it in video. So I won't be too surprised if he won't do it for us. But let's go ahead and see if we can. It does create kind of weird animations when they're getting on and off. But I like the idea of being able to use like the dummy beds and that kind of stuff. So let's see if he'll do it. If he will, what happens is it makes it look like they're sleeping on the couch. So there you can see I didn't line it up quite right, but it actually fits pretty well. It actually makes people look like they're sleeping while they're on the couches. And I like that because it gives your settlement a little bit of a different feeling. Now, of course, in this one, you can see that it didn't quite work out because he's not lined up perfectly, but it's actually not too bad overall. So we can get him, sneak him under here a little bit. Let's mess with it just a little bit more. I want to show you guys an actual what it should look like. So there we go. So there it ends up looking like the person is actually sleeping on the Institute bed. I don't know what's with his head there, but they're actually sleeping on that mat. And there is, again, an invisible version of that right here, the visible version of that bed. This was just for the video so I could show you guys how it works. So that is going to be that. That's how that works. So if we get rid of them, now I've done this a couple times too, they just go ahead and stay in the air. So you can see anything you could put on there that would be raised up, you can get your settlers to sleep there. So cool part about USO, I also wanted to show you though the custom seating, which I love in here too. So there's going to be custom couches, all kinds of fun stuff. So you can see all the different patterns there. What I love about this is that there's so many different patterns. There's so much to choose from. And there's a lot of different couch options. So real quick, let's grab a chair. So you could have a whole Brotherhood themed den, basically, which I think is really cool. And then let me show you again. If we go back down, we go out to tables. There's also some custom tables in here. So say we really wanted to show off our pride. Let's see, let's pick the orange. That would go best. So if we really want to show off our Brotherhood pride, we'd go ahead and do that. It's kind of a cool way, I think, to add things to the game. And I'll show you this one too, the covered tables. You can actually get a covered table. Let's see, let's pick a good one. We're very much about America, so let's do that. So we've got our America table. We've got our BOS. I like this idea. These emblems are a little bit off. I have a feeling that'll probably change over time, or that'll probably be updated eventually. But personally, I think it works really well. I really, really like it. Another thing that was added in here, though, I want to show you real quick, and I could be wrong. This could have been in previous versions of Unlock Settlement objects that I didn't see before, but are the Lifelike Statues. And I am a huge fan of these guys. I've been using them quite a bit now. when I'm putting things together, when I'm setting up settlements, kind of throwing these out. Let me get some, let me get past the power armor real quick. So you can actually set up little models. And I like this because I'm going to be rebuilding my museum very soon. My museum, depending on how you say it. Yes, I say museum like I'm 10. So you can actually use these along with your mannequins. I like that, and you can pick them up and move them around. If you try to click up the top, you're going to see that you can't actually click them. You have to go down to the base and click on that base. But it's just kind of a cool idea. I like that. And then there's also these big giant bobbleheads. So say we wanted to add, you know, in a weapon shop, we wanted to throw that out. Throw this guy out. It's just kind of cool decorations. There's a lot of decorations that have been put out in here in USO that I really, really like, and I think that there's a lot of cool stuff that keep coming available, and I really appreciate it. So I think it's really awesome. So that's going to be part of what we're going to see from the USO update. Obviously, I'm not going to cover everything in here. There's so much to unlock settlement objects. If you have never played with unlock settlement objects, I'm going to say right now, that's something that personally I think is probably one of the more fun things about the game. It actually definitely makes the game more fun to me. For a long time I felt like, okay, I'm feeling kind of I'm starting to feel a little down on the game, but you can come in here and you can do unlock settlement objects and you can just place things and get more people. And I resisted mods for a very long time, and I'm glad I finally gave in. But you can see you can even throw out soldiers, can throw out different people who are going to count against our settler content, or settler limits, excuse me, here. The only thing is you cannot actually, let me throw a couple more out and then show you. So I've tried this. I can't get them to go anywhere. You can't assign them to anything. They're just guards. What I like about that, though, is that you don't have someone then who tries to do anything other than guard your area, and it does add defense. So I think that's a pretty cool idea. I like that as well. And then you can also do special settlers. So you can have just female, just male, or you can actually have super mutants come, which I think is really interesting. If you guys have the Children Settlers package, or I should say Children Settlers mod, I'm not sure how that works. If there's a version you can get clipped in there so that you can actually get Children Settlers, Sorry about the cut there, guys. Nasty sneeze. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep going. Next one is going to be the glitch tools. I think this is awesome. This is probably in the earlier versions. I never used them. So I will say that now I like that it's easier for me to find things now. The old version of USO, if you guys played with it, sometimes it was difficult to find things and you felt a little bit like you were just running around in circles. This one I feel like it's a lot easier to find things, and I like that these chairs have been, I think they were added, like I said, I didn't see them before. It definitely was not that easy though to look around. I do like though how everything's going to be in there. So when you first open up, you're going to see this. You may look a little different for you because you may not have the same mods as I do, but it's going to kind of have that normal look. You need to go down and you need to click on USO Integrated. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you've probably already used USO, or you're just interested in getting into it for the first time. And if you're interested in getting into it for the first time, guys, get USO, especially on PS4. It is so important to have it. It just works so nicely. I mean, it really does make the game so much easier. My only complaint is that I still cannot get these to place nicely. These pre-war buildings. I can get the tower here to place just fine, but I cannot get the cabins or anything like that to place nicely. And yes, I have tried them on areas like Large Barge, and I still can't get them to place nicely. There's just something about the way they place that doesn't really work out. So I'm going to go ahead and come back here, guys. Let's go ahead and get rid of those extra guards. What I'm trying to figure out still is if we can link this to another settlement. So real easy. You'll see it'll show up that they're unassigned. They're not. They actually are guarding the settlement. Let's go ahead, get rid of them all. I think just one more. As you can see though, it continues against your settler limit, which is a concern if you're someone like me who definitely wants to have very large settlements. But I also have settler restrictions removed as per another mod. Let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time here. I'm going to wait for a settler to show up that's real obvious. Then I'm going to go ahead and send them, see if we can send them off into Boston Airport, which is where I have all of my settlers come out of for my supply lines. Alright guys, we're back next day. Unfortunately, I still don't have another settler, but I did want to show you that my settler count was updated there. So we did get back the settler count from before. I'll admit, I've always placed those guards and never came back the next day, so I didn't know that it actually would retract that. Since I still don't have a settler here, though, to show you if supply lines work, what I'll do is go ahead and wait just one more day. I'll wait just one more day, but I wanted to show you guys that that did actually reset. Alright guys, so what I did instead is I went ahead and activated the Super Mutant Settlers. So looks like we do have our settlers now. Let's see, can we supply line? Yes, we absolutely can. So we can hook this up to our supply line. Let's go ahead and send you to Boston Airport. Just kind of interesting, if you guys also didn't know you can get Super Mutant Settlers. I just found this out with the new update of USO. I absolutely love this. I think it's pretty funny. I like having little Super Mutants, but you can create a supply line, so that's perfect. And I'll show you real quick. Right here on the map, of course, this is going to be Eleanor's place. We see Eleanor's camper. It's been placed to Eleanor's place. Of course, right south of Diamond City if you've never been here before. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you guys liked this video, and if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Not only does it mean the world to me, guys, it really does help me know what kind of videos you guys like. If you like Fallout 4 videos, please come back on Mondays and Fridays. Mod Monday, Fallout Friday. I always post Fallout videos those days, 2 a day. Thank you so much for being here, guys. If you want to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and click on that picture of my big dumb head on the screen. Otherwise, click on that playlist that'll show you more of my Fallout videos. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next one.